Hey guys, this is a really cool video and I'm excited to share it with you because it's been like a really long time coming. A while back, Guga invited several of us YouTubers to his house. He was cooking a whole cow and I guess he just didn't want to have to eat it by himself.
The food so far has been phenomenal and we haven't even gotten to the party yet. It's crazy.
That's Raz, very much.
That's the part.
What do you think?
It's nice.
So this was cool because my buddy Greg Mervich, who I'm actually friends with in real life, was there. So it gave us a lot of downtime to hang out when we weren't busy at Guga's house. You know, we'd go grab a drip coffee, or at night we would go check out a restaurant, have a Cubano, whatever. Well, if you know anything about Greg, you know, he is the actual Burger King. He's probably knows more about burgers than anyone, like, ever.
I really strive to make it as accurate as possible. This is why I like opportunities like this, where we're going to get to hopefully interact with the people cooking these burgers. These are the kind of burgers I love, man, because they've got a story to them. It's got history.
So we were headed to this really cool little burger joint called El Mago De Las Fritas, which specializes in these Cuban burgers. They're called fritas, that were very popular in Cuba before Fidel Castro took over.
You know, it's not just, you know, some guy in whatever 2021 trying to come out with a popular burger. This burger was it was a very popular burger in Havana, and then again they were hit with communism. They were, you know, lacking food, you know, just like Americans during the Depression. Those friteros, they made do with what they had, and their solution was to add flour.
So this is bringing it back in all of its former glory.
In all of its former glory.
Awesome.
So the restaurant itself was very simple. You know, it's over 40 years old, so it had kind of an old school charm, like a diner you'd see in an old movie. I really liked it. It felt familiar, except this place had pictures of famous people who'd visited on the walls. It was kind of neat. It was cool to see all that. And also family, owned and operated by 3 generations of this family. And in addition to that, as we were about to find out, even their customers they treat like families.
And he's my nephew.
That's your father?
Generations.
Okay. And then who's the couple? They're just customers?
Customers like family. Yeah.
That's nice.
Family, yeah.
That's nice.
Already we're starting to get this awesome vibe from this place, but what we came for was the burgers. So we walk in and we're immediately greeted by this really nice waitress who shows us this picture of this amazing looking burger with egg and cheese, and I just started salivating. I was like, yes, I'm in. I may move in here. And then I hear Greg say,
I want it the way it's supposed to be, the way it was in Havana.
he's such a purist.
The traditional, no cheese, no egg.
Traditional. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I want the traditional. Please take the cheesy egg away from me. Traditional all the way. And then they brought it to us. Oh, they brought it.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, let's get it out of the way, okay? I know this isn't the most photogenic look for a burger. It's not the burger's fault, okay? It's a lot of yellow mixed with fluorescent lights shot on an iPhone. It doesn't do it justice at all. So let me tell you what's going on. All right, we have an all beef patty cooked on a flat top with a chorizo type flavoring topped with fried onions, shoestring potatoes, and it's all served on a Cuban bun. It's amazing. And they give you 3 different sauces that you can put on the side if you want to try it. It is just hard to put into words how much flavor was coming off this burger. Now, Greg over here in the meantime is trying to deconstruct this burger. I mean, he's going into full Ballistic Burgers mode, right? He's like the wine som of burgers. Sommelier, you know those guys?
A secret, like a mocha sauce that they start cooking it in, which is why it's not really getting that crazy sear. And then they hit it with like a kind of a vinegar-based sauce while it's cooking as well.
I try to do that stuff. I just end up sounding like Michael Scott. It has a nice oaky afterbirth.
Sort of an oaky afterbirth. What was that?
So this is when things went from great to just kind of magical. I mean, if the day had stopped right here, it would have been an awesome night. We had a great burger. We visited an amazing spot. Greg had enough information to do his tribute video, which, by the way, is launching at the exact same time as this video. This is a collaboration, so I'll put a link to his video and you can see how he recreated this burger so you can do it at home. Pretty cool, huh? But yeah, it had been just kind of the perfect night. But then we met Marta. Marta's the general manager, and immediately we hit it off. She started introducing us to the family and telling us about the backstory. Like, this whole place started in Cuba from like a hot dog type cart.
But it was like a smaller little cart, like a little, like a hot dog cart on the streets of Havana in 1953.
Oh, okay.
Started in, in the 50s, young guy, I think he was early 20s. And he became very successful. Then he opened a little store, and then he brought it to Miami in the late 60s. And that's the story why we're here.
And then she said those 7 little words that every man likes to hear.
We do.
That's great.
So you guys want to try another one?
Do I want another one? Heck yeah. And not only were they willing to give us free food, they actually let us come back behind the counter and watch him cook it. Greg was, I mean, he was in heaven right here. In fact, I think at one point he went to work for them. It just seemed, I don't know, we'll have to check his tax returns on that. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. So from this point on, we're hanging out with them behind the counter. She introduces us to her son, some other members of the family, and we're just chatting like we're old friends. I mean, talked about everything from how to grill burgers. Obviously, they showed us that, except for their secret mojo sauce. And I don't blame them. That's the secret, literally the secret sauce, you know.
Secret stuff.
But we did talk about fishing and griddles and parenting and, I mean, just everything. And they made us feel right at home. And that's kind of what made it so special. It kind of got me in the feels a little bit. And I think it got Greg too. You tell me. I mean, he tells me he's a manly man, right? Like, he tells me he's dead inside, half dead inside. I think I see a little bit of a, I mean, you tell me.
I got to be honest, guys. That went way better than I expected. Wasn't that crazy?
Yeah, this made my Miami trip. I mean, they treated us like family.
Totally.
I mean, it was crazy. Crazy. The thing that was so cool is they were telling us how flattered they were that we were taking interest in their restaurant. It was a really
It
nice
was
experience.
amazing. That was so cool. Thank you so much to El Mago
De Las Fritas.
De Las Fritas. I don't speak Spanish, but I speak food. And they speak it very well here. Thank you so much.
Gracious hosts.
Thank you so much for making us feel right at home. We had a great time. Greg's going to do a more in-depth review, including a copycat. Is that the plan?
Yeah, my main goal is I want to really do a copycat. I want to do this burger justice.
Yeah.
There's a lot of recipes out there that I think they're not as authentic. And again, I'm going to try to just make it as authentic as I can because this burger deserves to be preserved.
Totally.
You know.
Yeah. And it was so good. I mean, it was just a wonderful way to end the day. So anyways, I'll put a link to his video right there in the corner, and y'all go check that out. And yeah, that was just a perfect way to end this day.
Thank you, guys. Who makes the best Frita in Miami?
Well, we do.
Of course, you do. This is really, really good.